Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video I'm going to share a big book haul with you guys because a while back I asked on my Instagram if you like big book hauls or smaller ones, and the majority of you voted for big book hauls, so that's what we are doing today. Before I get started, let me tell you that this video is, the books in this video are kind of divided into two categories. The first category in the first category I'll share with you some books that I did not particularly purchase from my choice, by which I mean that I had to purchase them because they are a part of my course this semester. So yeah, that's that. And then for a while now I have been purchasing some books from my own choice from Amazon because I was just getting really bored of the books that were already on my shelf. I didn't want to read any of them right now, at least. So yeah, I've been purchasing some of those books for the past few months, I'd say. So that's that. Now the books in that category, most of them fall into the classics category, I'd say, or like the bestsellers, because I just wanted to read some famous books now, and I've been searching through lists of recommendations, the 100 books to read before you die, or the best books of all time, those kind of lists. And then I've been shortlisting the books that first of all a lot of people have included in their lists, and second of all I like the summary of the plot that was provided. And yeah, that's how I went for those books. So these are pretty much the two categories I'll be sharing the books in. And now without further ado, let's get started. Now, since a lot of these books are like classics, and especially the ones in my syllabus, some of them are a part of Russian literature, some are a part of French literature, so please excuse me if I make pronunciation errors because I'm sure I'll make many of them. So yeah, please excuse me. And okay, so the first book that I'm sharing from my syllabus is Old Man Goriot, I don't know, by Balzac. We haven't really started this yet, so I don't know what it is about, but yeah, it's from Penguin Classics. The next one is The French Lieutenant's Woman by John Fowles, and I've actually started reading it. I have not read much of it, but yeah, from whatever I've read so far, so good. Okay, next one is one of my favorite covers till now. It is Sexing the Cherry by Janet Winterson. Again, I've started reading this as well, but it's a style I have not read much, so I'm finding it a little complicated and I need patience with the text, but I'll still say it's interesting from what I have read. So yeah, that's the next books. Now the next book that I'm sharing with you, it's a part of my syllabus, but I actually purchased it much before I got to know that we'll be reading this semester. I just got it because I thought, from the blurb that it would be interesting, and it's a part of French literature. It was like originally written in French, but obviously I'm reading the translation, which is Madame Bovary by Flaubert. But I'm really disappointed because yeah, we were just told that this is not the translation that we have to read, and yeah, it's compulsory to get this another translation, so I don't know, it's money wasted or what. But yeah, that's the other book. Now next two books were written by Russian writers, which are Fathers and Sons by Turgenev and Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. Okay, so the next book is Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. I don't know why are these covers so reflective. And Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Now I've been eyeing this book for quite some time myself. When I was purchasing those books that I wanted to purchase myself, a while back, I was going through Virginia Woolf books. I was really confused which one to purchase, which one to not, and then I didn't go for Mrs. Dalloway because lots of people had written in the reviews that it just goes on and on and on, and by the end it doesn't make much sense. So yeah, naturally I did not go for it because lots of people had said that it's boring. But then, as destiny had it, I got to know that it's a part of my syllabus this semester and I have to read it. So I started reading this, and I understand where people are coming from because it's written in a style which is called stream of consciousness, which just means the writer sat down to write and then she went from one thought which linked to another to another to another. So there's no particular like structure to the story. It's not divided into chapters and everything. So I kind of get it is really, really difficult to read. To be very honest, I'm not really enjoying um, the reading of this book because I'm also not used to reading that style of writing. But since I have to, and yeah, that's that. Next one is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. First of all, look at these pages. Why don't all the books do this, colored pages at the side? So it's, yeah, really pretty, and it's written in an epistolary form, which means it's written in the form of letters. And I'm not too much into the book. I have read some part of it, and it's horrifying, it's fiction, I know, but it's just, yeah, horrifying. So, but at the same time, it's very gripping. Like, you would want to read more and more and more as you get deeper into the story. So these were pretty much all the books for my course this semester. And now we'll get started with the list of the books that I wanted to purchase myself. Okay, first up we have a book that I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce, but I actually googled it, so I'll go with the version that I found over there, which is Don Quixote, I don't know, by Cervantes. I think it was originally written in Spanish, but obviously we are reading it in English because I don't know Spanish. And it's translated by John Ormsby. So again, lots of people had mentioned it in their lists of books that you have to read before you die. It's pretty thick book, and with all the books that I have to read for my studies, I'm not really sure when I'll get to it, but I surely will take out time because I think it will be pretty interesting. Okay, so before I tell you the name of the next book, I think I should take a deep breath because it's a long name. I don't think I've ever come across a book with this long of a name, which is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. Okay, this one. So again, I saw this in a lot of lists, then I read a little about it, but what attracted me the most was the funky, quirky cover. I think it's such a different cover for a book. Of course, the name is also very different, so I just wanted to get my hands on it, and so I did. And the day it was delivered to my house, I was just going through this video of Shashi Tharoor. He was recommending some books, like the books he would recommend everyone to read, and after many classics and everything, at the end he recommended this book as well. So I was like, well, Mr. Tharoor has said it himself, so I wasn't wrong in picking this up, and I have great expectations from this book, and I hope it does not disappoint me. Now, next one is again a very famous book. I think almost everyone has heard it. It's Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And was I living under a rock or what? But I didn't know it was her only novel. I mean, I'm just really shook because it's such a famous work. I mean, you write one book and you are like this queen of writing or what? I don't know. But yeah, I went for it again because it's very famous, and I thought, since it's such an imperative part of English literature, almost everyone who studies literature has read this book, so I should, and that's why I picked it up. Now the next two books are actually plays by William Shakespeare, because again I just want to read as much of Shakespeare as I can, because again he's a very important part of English literature, and I want to familiarize myself with his works, which I've read some books by him like Macbeth and all, again for college, but I just want to read more by him since he's such an important person. So the first one, the most cliche one that non-readers also know that Shakespeare has written, which is Romeo and Juliet. This one, because my reason for picking it up was because it's like so famous. There have been so many movies and plays and whatnot inspired by it. Everyone knows Romeo and Juliet, right? So even someone who's not very familiar with literature or whatever, if they're not even readers, they know about Romeo and Juliet and that William Shakespeare wrote it. So I just thought it's important to read the actual text. That's why I got my hands on this one, And another one I got because I really like the title, which is A Midsummer Night's Dream. So I thought the title was really interesting, very magical, mystical. I was just attracted to it, so I thought, let's begin with these two. Now, as I already told you, I was really conflicted in what book of Virginia Woolf should I purchase, and I finally went with A Room of One's Own, which is not actually a fiction book. It's an essay or a series of essay by Virginia Woolf, which I think basically talks about why it's important for women writers to have their own personal space, their own room to work in. And yeah, it's a very famous one. And the good part is that some chapters from this are also a part of my background reading this semester on Woolf. So yeah, so all in all, it was a good decision to go for this one. Now, next one is a book that I have already reviewed on my channel as well. That was my last video before this one, which is Pratigya by Munshi Premchand. You can obviously check the video out. I'll put it here on the screen and also in the description box. But if in brief, I want to tell you, I loved the book. I wanted to read something in Hindi for quite a long time, and I thought, who better to go for than Munshi Premchand. So yeah, I love this book. So the next book I got because first of all it was mentioned in some of the lists. Second of all, I read the blurb, which I have now forgotten, but I remember that I liked it and I was interested in the story. And the book is A Streetcar Named Desire, and I think it's in the form of a play. Yeah, it's in the form of a play, and it's by Tennessee Williams. I have read something by her in my previous semester. Okay, yeah, I read a play by her which is called The Glass Menagerie, and I think it was about America and the living conditions after the Civil War or something. Yeah, I just remember I really liked the play. Yeah, I liked the play. I have it somewhere over here. I'll just get it. So yeah, this is the book, The Glass Menagerie. Plain, simple cover, but yeah, it was a nice play. And that's basically why I got A Streetcar Named Desire. Next one, again, a lot of people, I think almost all the lists had this book, and I think I was searching for something horror or gothic or something of that sort, and that's when this turned up in the list, which is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Who hasn't heard of Oscar Wilde, right? And somehow I had never heard of this book. I don't know why, but again I read the blurb for it and I thought it was pretty interesting. That's why I got it. And something very strange is that from the last couple of days I've been constantly flooded by Dorian Gray memes on my Instagram. I don't know what it is, but perhaps it's a signal to me that I should read this as soon as possible. But yeah, that's another book. The next book is Gitanjali by Rabindranath Tagore. It's a collection of his poetry. And my only reason for this is because as I wanted to read William Shakespeare because he is an important part of English literature, I wanted to read something, and I want to actually read more also by Rabindranath Tagore because I think he's again such an important literary figure of India, and I just feel bad that I haven't read enough of him. I think although he wrote majority of his works in Bengali language, I think there are tons of translations. This is also a translation in English, and I feel this urge to read more by Tagore. I've been watching this series on Netflix which is Stories by Rabindranath Tagore or something, because I've been feeling very inclined into reading him and familiarizing myself with my own country's literature. I don't know, I've just never had this strong of a desire to read my own literature, but now I feel I should, because I think it's because I've been reading so much English literature, that's why, or whatever. But yeah, that's why I think I'll start with one of his most famous works, which is Gitanjali, and that's why I got it. Okay, now the next one is not a book, but it's like These are like comics, and if you follow me on my Instagram, which by the way you should if you don't, yeah, you already know that I got it, and these are Champak. I mean, it just instantly takes me back to my childhood. Although when I was little, Champak was not this big of like a magazine size. It was actually that typical, you know, comic book size, and I loved that one much more. But yeah, those are no more available, I guess, so I had to go with these one. I got 5 of them because it was like a set. And it's just, yeah, it reminds me of like my childhood. So these ones are in Hindi, but I'm pretty sure English ones are also available on Amazon if you want to purchase them. So those were pretty much all the books that I wanted to share with you guys. If you want to follow me on my Instagram handle, my username will be here on the screen, and as always the link to reach my Instagram profile will be in the description box. You click that, go to my profile and follow me over there. If you're a bookworm, if you like my videos, make sure you hit the like button on this one and also hit the red subscribe button, and with that the notifications bell icon as well, so whenever I post another bookish video you will be notified. I'll see you with my next video. Bye.